this class we have to move on the topic as structure. So why we have to go over the structure essence in order to you have to develop certain application. You have to develop certain application. This application we want some data in certain type, such as organized format. We need for the structure. So array, first of all, what is array? Array is a collection of data type of the similar data type, but in a structure it can contain a structure it can contain of organized format. It is a different data types they had be collected, and it also it can store the variable asset in a separate memory location. Okay, so this is the structure. In this video we have to seen for that certain topics: introduction, array of structure, pointer, next structure, passing structure to function. So this introduction to structure, what is the problem is that how to group together a collection of data items of different data of different types or logically related to a particular entity. That is called as the solution is structure. The solution is structure. So a structure is a collection of variables of different data type under a single name. The variables are called as members of the structure. The structure is also called as user defined data. So we have to use the keyword as struct. So certain user defined data type and user variable. So defining the syntax of the structure is: the structure is a collection of variable of different data type under a single name. So definition of structure, defining a structure. So we have used the keyword struct, struct name. So data type member variable, data type member variable, and we have to close that structure by the form of semicolon. Once the structure name is declared as a new data type, then variables of the type can be declared as struct structure name structure variable. The members of the structure do not occupy memory until they are associated with a structure variable. So for example, if you have use for this struct student, character name of 20, integer roll number, float, marks, character, gender, long integer phone number, struct student, multiple variables of struct student type can be declared as struct student st1, st2, st3. Defining a structure, each variable of structure has its own copy of member variables. Each variables of structure Each variables of structure has its own copy of member variables. The member variables are accessed using the dot operator or a member operator. For example, sd1 of name is member variable, name of sd1 character variable, st3 is member variable, gender of st3 is variable. So defining a structure, each variable of a structure has its own copy of the member variable. The member variable can be accessed using dot operator. The dot operator you have to, in order to access the variable, you have to use the dot operator. For example, st.1 name is a member variable name, structure 1 variable, while st3 gender is a member variable greater than st3 gender variable. In order to access that, you have to use a structure. So the structure definition and variable declaration can be combined as structure definition: stack student, character name of 20, integer roll number, float mass, character gender, long integer phone number, st1, st2, st3. Struct character name of 20, integer roll number, float mass, character gender, long integer phone number, sd1, sd2, st3. So structure initialization, there is a one-to-one correspondence between a member and the initializing value. C does not allow the initialization of the individual structure member within the structure definition templates. And the struct student, character name, integer roll number, float marks, character gender, long integer phone number, weight mail. Struct student sd1, you have to declare this character as abc, and you have to declare the roll number for 4, the declared per marks as 79.5, character gender is equal to male, long phone number is, you have to use the data type long. So this format you have to access, and printf you have to use a name tab of roll number, marks, t dot gender, t dot phone number. So these are all about the initialization of the structure. Partial initialization, we can initialize the first few members and leaving the remaining blank. However, that uninitialized members should be only at the end of the list. The uninitialized members are assigned default value as follows: 0 for integer, floating point as number. Accessing a member of a structure, processing a structure by using dot operator or a period operator of a member operator. Syntax structure variable dot member. Here structure variable refers to the name of a struct type variable and the member refers to the name of a member within the structure. Struct student character name of integer roll number float mark void main structure student def printer mark. You have to use gets dot s dot name because why we have to use this gets s and using of scanf because of that some void space can't be allowed, so you have to gets dot s dot name. Printf enter roll number scanf roll number enter smogs printf tab printf